It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the New York Jets and the New England Patriots under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500. That's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here's the veteran Greg Zerline as we are ready to start. And off we go from Foxborough. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Open man, Demario Douglas. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He's found his receiver, Butte. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Hey, Marty, thanks for talking to us.
Throwing on second down, May has completed to Douglas. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's second and 9. To throw is May. Now he'll run.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. Out of the gun, here's May. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
This has been a solid opening drive, knocking on the door, first and goal. Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line, and that'll set up second and goal.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
This one caught at the 4. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He'll try and throw. Here's May. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Pats will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Panay Wanwu now to return. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen. Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. A high throw over the middle, that's taken in. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. The Patriots out on top. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. From the gun, Rodgers. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team 1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, here comes Gibson. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. The motion man here is Bourne. Off the play fake, here's May. He'll find his man, that's Kendrick Bourne.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Our first carry for Ramondre Stevenson.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
1st and 10. On the option, they give it to Stevenson. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
May to throw on 2nd down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing right, it's taken in, and they'll take this down inside the 35.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller, him and the quarterback, seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
May to the air once more. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
On 3rd and long, here's May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. So it'll bring up 4th down. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This will be from 47 yards. Sly's kick is good. And the Patriots will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense now heading back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. That's complete to Jeremy Ruckert. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
3rd and 9. Rodgers. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We're back to Foxborough after this. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Open man there, it is Bourne. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw again is May. Has completed to Douglas. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. May to throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's May again. That one taken in by Douglas. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
It's now 4th down and 1. Bryce Behringer in punt formation for the Patriots.
So we've come to halftime here in Foxborough with the Patriots on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started.
Joey Slye.
3 points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jets offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7. Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll have the 1st down. They'll get him up around the 37.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Rodgers on 1st down. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll send a tight end in motion. 3rd down, here's Hall.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. and it'll be second down. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and that will lead to a second down. On the give, it's Hall. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Zerline's kick is good, and the Jets will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive, but when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up, and they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. To return is Jermichael Hasty. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent, but here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A carry now for Gibson. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Quinnen Williams there to make the play. Third and long. Out of the gun, here's May. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On 4th down, Bryce Behringer out to punt for New England. Xavier Gibson, the Week 1 hero back in 2023, deep to return. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready for this next possession. Low-scoring game, all tied, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go again with Hall. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, you're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Another run here with Hall. And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. Catch made right side by Wilson. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. Back to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They give to Hall. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Rodgers now. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Shotgun snap and a give to Hall.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Corley. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
At this stage of the game, one play could be the difference between winning and losing, and that dangerous throw is just a little risky for my liking. I understand the notion of trying to make a play and being aggressive, but one turnover here, and this game could be over.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw now, May. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 2nd down, it's May. To the right side here, pass is caught. The 1st-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, New England.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Sauce Gardner as good as they come. There to knock that one away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. May to the air once more. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. It is 2nd and a yard. Gibson. He is in. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Patriots. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Patriots make the lead 4. It is 17-13. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds his tight end, Conklin.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Back to the running back, Breece Hall. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now, 2nd and 4. Again, it's Rodgers. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Hall. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. Rodgers. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick six the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
Makes the score Jets 20, Patriots 17.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return is Hasty. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's May. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, it's May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from Foxborough.